How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Pokemon Horizons episode review. Today's episode is episode 20, Kabu's Battle Training. Before I go any further, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification button right there to be notified of more videos just like this one. So if you remember last week, we had Mitchell and Murdoch having their clash, reunion, origin story. Very, very good. This episode was actually pretty decent too, given that I don't remember a lot about Ash's Galar adventure outside of the cool raids, some of the battles he had with some of the people that were going to go into the champions battles, but I don't remember him ever meeting Kabu, whose name actually is the same in English and in Japanese. So Kabu is the gym leader that they've been looking for of Engine City. I will never ever call it its Western name ever again. And they want to find out about Black Rayquaza. And all he does is run. And so they have to run after him. So I got some points here. I kind of want to hit you with the most important thing last. But let's go out of order here. Let's have some fun here. So the most important thing throughout this arc is that Liko learns that being kind during battle is not always a good thing, right? Such as when her and Roy were doing training, where Liko has to do Leaf Age with Sprigatito, and Roy has to do Ember with Fuecoco. So the Ember lights up these Litwick Ghost Fire Pokemon, lights up their candles. Leaf Age supposed to take them out. So whoever have all of them either out or all of them lit up, you win. And it's I will say it's funny when Liko looks up the Pokedex information on Litwick and they find out that the flames get brighter as they absorb life force from people and Pokemon. Roy was like, that's a bit scary. But during that moment, Liko had saw Roy get so excited because him and Fuecoco, my seat went down. Him and Fuecoco did a little dance, a little chant, and I really lost my train of thought. So they Roy felt like he was a failure. Kabu gave him some word of advice, telling him, "Hey, I failed too. You get more from failures than you do from success." After they eat a bit and they do a little dance, and he figures out how to get the flames brighter from the dance, where Liko had already figured out, all right, I do a large leaf age for some situations, I do a fast, quick one for others. Now her kind of backing off makes Sprigatito mad, but it's Kabu noticed that. And then the second thing that she did, the second foul that Liko gave, was against Wakaba, who is a gym trainer in training. Tons of passion, tons of love she has towards Kabu. And her Pokemon, Roly-Poly, Galar Pokemon. After Kabu more or less beats up Fuecoco by himself, he's beating up both of them by himself. But after this, Liko and Wakaba, they were going to finish it up. And Kabu told Wakaba, see, consider this like a gym trainer test. And Liko was kind of like, you know what, we can't continue seeing how passionate she was about it. And rightfully so. Wakaba got mad and said, don't you want to go all out? Why would you hand someone to battle? She runs off. Sprigatito's, man, I love how cute Sprigatito was when Liko tries to apologize. And she's like, meh, and just kind of moves out the way. And she has to learn you can't do that because people train really hard, right? So you need to give your all because they're going to give their all. But another bit of advice that he was giving, well, not really advice, but he was informing her that winning in battle isn't the only path that a trainer has. You know, there are boundless many paths, just as there's many trainers. So she found her own path, and that's what was on her mind towards the end of this episode. I already mentioned the fun part, the training part. Kabu wants them to train because as soon as Roy mentions the Black Rayquaza, he says, well, eventually you're going to have to battle it, right? you want it back in the Pokeball, you're going to have to fight it. So let's do some training. And then after the training, let's do some fighting. A very nice episode when it comes to showing another side of gym leaders, which is literally to coach younger trainers and to get them to think about different aspects of being Pokemon trainers, right? Showing them, hey, this is how you get better in battle. I do find it interesting that he had them only using those one moves, although only other thing Sprigatito knows is Quick Attack, Fuecoco, no Stomping Tantrum, and Tackle. Thought he learned another move, but Stomping Tantrum and Tackle, which by him him focusing and learning, doing a new song and all that stuff, he got Flamethrower out of the deal. So good job, because that Ember, you save that for baby stuff. So that's a cool thing that came out of this. We do Wakaba, I mentioned earlier. She is a gym trainer in training. Due to us being able to hear what's in Liko's head, she did compare her to Roy, which is true. She has a lot in common with both of the trainers. With Roy, she has in common that they're passionate, they care about battles, they want to get stronger. With Liko, she is in her head. The both of them end up apologizing at the same time, because she was sorry that she snapped, and Liko was sorry that she didn't intentionally mean to look down on her or to cheapen her victory. So that's a nice resolution. That's a nice resolution to the story, and that is essentially the whole entire episode. Now, me going from the end instead of just going piece by piece, this is kind of what you get. That is the central main thesis of this episode. Is training, but by the way, there's other things you can do. Now, next week's episode is, I want to give you the title of it. I actually don't have the title for it, but Hatenna, which is the first form of Hatterene, probably one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 8. That Pokemon is lonely. They are going to, I didn't tell you what Kabu told them about where he saw Black Rayquaza going. I'll tell you that in a second. Hatteren's alone. Looks like Hatteren's probably going to be Liko's next Pokemon. I can see that. Although she needs to get more Paldea Pokemon. Give me more new Pokemon. But at the end of all this, Kabu does tell Roy and Liko that he saw when he got up early to run, because that's what this dude does. He freaking runs. He was running when he thought they were running, but he ran early. The city was empty. They saw the Black Rayquaza. Almost didn't believe it. He saw it go into the western sky, which is the Galar Mine. They're all going to go to the Galar Mine before they go to Knuckle City. Freed asking Liko, you okay with this? And she's still in her own head, but she says, yes, that's fine. So they're going to go do some investigating. I don't remember if the Galar Mine is where all the fairy types are. I know there's a fairy type gym there. I sometimes get that gym mixed up with the fairy type gym from X and Y, but yes. No, I don't know. No, I remember Galar Mine. That's where Bede is. Ooh, they might be Bede. Baby. You might be Bede. That'll be pretty interesting, right? But the central theme is there's other things you can do, Liko, when it comes to battling and training, which I thought it was kind of clear she was going to be an adventurer, like a Pokemon adventurer or something like that. So, I mean, we understand that because there's coordinators, performers, entertainers, as well as trainers, gym leaders, champions, things of that nature. Pokemon breeders, Pokemon doctors, the Pokemon professors who specialize in one specialty, things of that nature. So it's nice to see Liko come to this conclusion of her own. But I get the feeling Sprig likes the battle. So whatever she does is going to have to involve some type of tussling, because Sprig likes the battle. That is honestly all I have for you. But we can talk about the Pokemon Seminar, which is Kabu's main Pokemon. known as Scorch. I actually raised one of these bad boys in Pokemon Sword. Look at that. Look at it. Firebug type, Scorch. Apparently, its internal temperature can reach up to 800 degrees. I don't know if that's Celsius or Fahrenheit, but it can reach up to 800 degrees, which is boosted in part by internal gas that is breaking down, which then, the X that's on his face, that little beard mustache combo, that is the flames coming out because of how hot the heat is from its internal pressure. Although we get freed, kind of making a joke saying, but all that flame isn't just from the burning gas, it's from his burning spirit. Funny, cute, but yeah. Decent episode, honestly. I want to give it a 4 because it was a fun episode. I enjoyed seeing this interaction between gym leader and trainer, whether Roy won the battle or not, right? It kind of reminds me a tad bit of the first episode of Pokemon Origins, where Brock was kind of teaching Red, like, hey, this is how battles go. This is what's going on. You need to pay attention to your Pokemon, make sure they're not hurt, make sure they're not in mortal danger. It's like that little seed there was taken, and we're gonna throw it and expand upon it while getting very good battle animation. Honestly, very nice to see Swords. Roly-Coly was cute. That's one of the interactions I love. I love that the little Roly-Coly, after Wakaba ran off, was kind of just like looking around, and Kabu picked him up. It's literally, I think I had to. Yeah. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I had to double back on this. This is Roly-Coly, right? Another Galar Pokemon. This thing is literally charcoal ore that's living with an eye. And Kabu still treats it, as if it was even the most fluffy of kittens and cats or dog. I like that. Hey, inanimate object Pokemon are still alive. We're going to treat them as such and treat them kindly. I do love that. So 4 out of 5 for me. Let me know what you thought of the episode. I hope we get more of these. I want more origins, but I do like when we show not so obvious, well, it's kind of obvious, but not so obvious moments for the character, such as, what was another growing moment for Liko? I know a growing moment for Dot was stepping out of her comfort zone, but other moments where we see that Liko needs to grow, but she kind of already had the answer. I like this, especially when you have the appropriate character teach this lesson. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more videos like this. This is technically video 551, so we got 550 other ones you can check out, and 19 of them are Pokemon ones. Well, Pokemon Horizons ones. Please stay safe out there. I thank you for tuning in. Wash those hands, drink some water. All right, be good, be blessed, take care of yourselves, be good to yourselves, and be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. Realize there are people out there that care about you. Make sure you reach out to someone, you talk to someone, especially if you're feeling down and you're feeling low, because there are people out there that care about you and they'd rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you next week. I'll catch you then.